As a property investor myself, not many people know this, that I also invest in property, but as a property investor myself, it's so important. When you invest in a property, where do you choose that particular property? How do you choose it in a great way to make sure that you get the desired results? How do you make sure that you choose the right property that maybe has the right kind of look, that it's going to rent out, that you also can live in, that that is going to turn out to be a really good investment, that it's going to bring ROI, that is going to bring your return on investment that you're expecting, that is going to increase in value, that is going to rent quickly? How do you choose all those gazillion factors that make that a really good property investment? And today we have Karina, and Karina is the property whisperer. And she has a very interesting skill where she can analyze a rental property or an investment property or a property where you desire to live yourself. And how do you choose that in a great way, that so that you can make sure you have an increase in the value property in the value of the property, and you also have the best return on investment if you were to rent it. So how do you choose really the best property for investing in? And she's going to share with us some of those tips. So Karina, please tell us, what is a good process for us to use to get a really good property that we can invest in? How do we analyze that?
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Lily, and everyone that's watching this. Yes, I am known as the property whisperer, and I have a little bit of a twist on your normal sort of if you're a real estate investor or an architect or a property developer, but I am here to help you avoid the costly mistake of selecting a property. It could be an Airbnb, it could be your first property as a homeowner. But there's an analysis that I do personally. It's what I use. It's the A cube, the A3 method. It's the first part of that coding or unlocking of the house potential, and that will be analysis. So A for analysis. So it starts with the external analysis of a property. So if I am lucky enough to be actually at the property for a client, I can energetically feel if this is a good environment, a good neighborhood, whether the house is being supported by the external elements and the environment, and that is where I bring in my expertise as a Feng Shui expert, because we have what's called an armchair effect, meaning that you want to have at the back of the property some sort of a mountain feature or a landform feature to support the house. Think of yourself in an office chair and how you feel supported. You want to also have the external feature, landform feature in with a property. So are there mountains? Is there a flowing water or a river or something there? So that's something that you can look out for. But also just to look out, go to a property at all different times of the day. Are the school kids who are coming off the school bus, are they happy? Are they in an environment that's happy? Are the gardens and the houses surrounded, are they abundant with trees that are and flowers and everything, or is it just dead and yucky and a lot of trash and everything? Is it like a really deep hard and energy? So that's the external features that you want to be looking at for a property selection. Then it goes into and I can actually also add on to that, Lily. For instance, back in Florida when I lived there, we had a lot of retention ponds. That's a lot of water that's flowing from different houses that's got different energies in it. Are you going to be selecting a house that has a retention pond right on the exterior of your house? because that's no bueno as far as I'm concerned. So you know, you want to possibly look out also for big electrical pylons that are outside of your property. That's also a big no-no sign. That's a do not buy sign, because you know, with the 5G elements and the whole energetics, you don't want that. Really, really bad. So going now into the internal part, when I do an analysis of a property, how is the front door? In a French way, the front door is the mouth of qi. This is where all the positive energies and the qi flow comes through that front door. So is your property, is it difficult to find, for instance? Because then you externally in the, I don't know, in your life, in a career possibly, that means that you're not visible to the outside world, you know. So really look, is the external part to the front door, is it really nicely maintained, and the chi energy coming in? So I'm going to go now into more of the internal things that you want to analyze when you first come in. So imagine that you're walking into the front door. You first of all, you want the front door opening inwards, because you want opportunities coming in. So the architectural design of a house, you do not ideally want to have the front door actually opening outwards. You want it inwards. So that's a little something for the watchers to the people watching this. And when you come in, what's the natural lighting of the house? The natural lighting that's coming in, do you feel that it's an open space? You certainly do not want to have a staircase right opposite where the chi energy just flows all the way up. You do not also ideally want to have a like a patio door or a door leading straight through from the front door out to the back door, because all the chi energy, you want to have an energetic, meandering, lovely flow of the house, and going in naturally and architecturally. So that's a few things there. The kitchen, I want to also say, to analyze your investment property, you do not want to have the kitchen right there by the front door. And some things that you want to maybe accentuate in the kitchen is to make sure that the kitchen has maybe a backsplash with a mirrored background, because not only is the kitchen great and abundant place for you to cook, and unfortunately a lot of people aren't cooking and utilizing the kitchen as normal with fast food and everything else, but you know, you really want to nurture that that abundant feel, and you just by putting a mirrored backsplash on that back part of the oven and the stove will actually double your prosperity. So that's a little tip right there for you guys watching on that. But yeah, as far as floor plan analysis, I analyze, and being a property whisperer, I really hone in on the floor plan. And every property, whether you're investing in an Airbnb or a rental property, or you're a property developer and architect, the floor plan, everybody has a floor plan, okay? And I actually analyze it by doing pendulum work. I do a dowsing over the floor plan, and I actually encourage people to give me a hand-drawn floor plan because of the energetics of it. I can really feel and tap into the energy of the floor plan. And I do a geopathic stress testing on there, because you don't know what's going on underneath a property, underneath the land. It might need a space clearing or a land clearing. So that's one other thing that you can, you won't be able to do that personally unless you're actually taught to do that, but that's something that I can help with. But that's your geopathic stress testing of a house. It could be that you are on, I don't know, you're very close to a cemetery or a burial ground from the war. I'm based here in Norway, and you have a lot of that. So energetically, that could be in your property selection, could be a huge influencing factor, because you might have, for instance, a vortex that is pulling energies down. You just feel really bad in that energetic space. It could be predecessor chi energy, where someone is maybe passed over in that house and hasn't transitioned fully. So you have that also that dampened, dark sort of energetic feel in the house. Totally can be remedied. So don't be all put off by that. That's something that could be totally cured. But yeah, I'm here to help decode and unlock the full potential of a property, and really on the investment of a property selection. There are a lot of other things that you can do, but yeah. So just a couple of things, Lily, that I just wanted to
Thank you so
jump on.
much. And what about the bathrooms? Is it a good idea to have something special there or not to have something special there in order to encourage that energy and flow and make sure that we invest in the right property? Or does the
Yes.
bathroom not matter that much?
So a property, if you have a floor plan, you are going to have these energetic sectors or guas of a house. A floor plan is divided up into 9 different areas, which reflects on the 9 different areas of your life. For instance, your center of your house is going to be your Tai Chi. It's your health area, which then if you have a very good Tai Chi central area, it's going to radiate out to all the other areas and energy sectors of the house. So I would avoid looking at a property that has a bathroom in the center of a house, or having a staircase maybe in the center of the house. That's energetically not good from a feng shui point of view. I would also suggest that what I call chi mapping your floor plan. Bathroom is a very there's a lot of different things you can remedy in a bathroom. For instance, always keep your toilet seat down, because otherwise that means that money is flowing out just as quick as it's coming in. You also want to keep the bathroom door shut as well. One other reason, because the chi energy you do not want coming into that bathroom. But yeah, as far as bedroom, couple of things that you can look out for in a bedroom when you're looking through a property. You want to avoid throughout the house beams, overhead beams. It's energetically, it puts stress onto the residence or where you're either sleeping, especially in a bedroom. You do not want to be sleeping under a beam or a slanted roof, because that's just it's a lot of it feels like things are just coming on top of you here. So that's another thing. But yeah, the bathroom analysis definitely not in your middle area of your house. So
Thank you. And what about in the bedroom? Should we have something special, or shouldn't we have something that kind of can ruin our
well,
ability
the bedroom, Lily, is for relaxing, rest, and romance. Few things not to have in there. Do not have your home office in your bedroom. I know with the pandemic and everything, a lot of people had to utilize the space, work from home. Try not to have that in your bedroom, and don't put family photo, don't put your grandmother photo on there, or anyone. You can put your husband or your wife or your significant other, that's fine, and put things in pairs. And artwork in itself, do not put a big artwork over your bed. You want to have a solid headboard. Ideally, you do want to have maybe a wooden bed with a solid headboard to give you support. You do not want to have a ceiling fan particularly over your bed. Once again, it's that cutting of the energy rotating around over you. You don't want anything like that. And you want your bed in a command position. The command position, to all those people listening, is basically having your door of your room that you can see it from your bed when you're lying down. You don't want to have your feet pointing to the actual door of your bedroom, because that's what we call the coffin. The coffin analogy is like you're in a coffin and you're you're going out with your feet outside the door. So you want to be so you can see the front, see your door of your bedroom. And a solid headboard is very, very important. And try to not sleep on a mattress. You want to have the chi flow energy going underneath your bed, and certainly do not have anything stored underneath your bed. A lot of these beds now have the drawers that come out, and you stuff it with whatever. Imagine you lying down and you're trying to sleep and you've got papers and things underneath the bed. That will interfere with your sleep. So try to have it on a stand, like your bed on 4 different legs, and have the flow of the energy coming around. So that's a little tip for the bedroom right there. So
thank you so much. My question now is, how do all these aspects impact property investment? As in, like, how can we say that, okay, what is this going to have as an impact for us investing in property? So how are these connected? The fact that, let's say, we have the chi energy here, or we like all the different things that you mentioned, how is that going to impact our ability to invest in a good property or not?
Well, first of all, I think it's the energy around the neighborhood. That's one huge thing. And you want to definitely test for geopathic stress. You do not want to be on a geopathic stress line and have a property, because the people inside there are not going to be happy. They might not be good with bringing money in to be paying you if you're a rental, real estate investor with tenants in there. You want it to be a happy home. So another thing, the plumbing, very simple. The plumbing of a house, you want to test that out, because if you're going to invest in there and there's things leaking, the money is going to be flushed away. Like you need to make sure that you are investing in a property that is, you're going to avoid costly mistakes on things that you have to maintain as well as a realtor, as a real estate investor. You want to have a happy environment, a happy house, and not putting money into this investment property that's going to affect your ROI, your return on investment. So
thank you. But my question was, like, how do we know that everything you said is going to actually impact property investment? So, like, how do we know that, let's say, if we have, let's say, books under the bed, or we have, pillows and, other things that are storing there, how do we know that is going to impact us negatively? And if it will impact us negatively, in what way will it impact us? Will it make it difficult for us to sell the property, or to find tenants, or to do things like that? Or how are we going to be impacted?
Yeah, I mean, as a property investor, if you're investing in a property that already has tenants in there, or has people in there already, the fact that they're going to have something under their bed is not going to affect you as a real estate investor. It's once you're in there, if you're living in your primary investment, these are things that you want to avoid when you're actually living in the property. But as far as selecting, it's much more the external factors, I think, that come into play. It's just not good chi energy to be invest in this. You're not going to get that. For instance, like I said, the retention ponds, or a bad neighborhood, or it's not an abundant, flourished garden, or you've got an electric pylon right outside. You're not going to attract people there. You're not going to attract tenants there. They're going to come in there going, oh, this is a real yucky space. I'm not going to rent from you. So that avoids on that side. So
okay, perfect. So for those of you wanting to connect with Karina, all you have to do is click on the links below this video. And I'm also going to tag Karina on multiple social media, so you can connect with her and see if you can book some of her sessions to ensure that you choose the right property for your business.
I appreciate your time, Lily. Thank you very much.